What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about ICP, Internet Computer. And you'll see from the title, I think there can be gains, but a bigger point that I want to make really around that is it's an investment I personally will always stay away from. And there's been some really interesting news that's come out from the headquarters of Crypto.com, downsizing dramatically. This should be very interesting in terms of what is to come for Crypto.com, because it looks like they over-position themselves with their marketing funds. But before I get into that, I update the spreadsheet. If you are new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. So you're probably going, why should I listen to you, James? Well, had you invested $100 into these coins when I released videos about them, and you've done the literal worst possible thing for any investment, which is never sold, just held all the way down, you'd still be in profit for about 8K. But if you've done the right thing, because remember, when you buy and when you make an investment, at some point you want to sell when it's higher. So if you've done the right thing and sold these coins last year, you could have made a profit of 123 grand. The difference between doing the right thing and the wrong thing was a staggering 115 grand. They're not the coins I own now. If you want to see the coins I own, you can come check out copymycrypto.com. Go read that site. Everything on there is verifiable because it's all on the YouTube channel. You can go through my history of the videos. And guys, if you want to make these gains, then you're going to want to join the site. Look, there's gains there from 50x all the way up to 677x. Phantom was a Udemy course I did where I said it would be the best investment of the year. Did 677x, so $1,000 into that would have bought you a house. 2 grand would have bought you made you a millionaire. 3 grand, technically multi-millionaire. And when I find the next Phantom, and I'm always searching, I'm not going to do a Udemy course. I'm going to go on the site and tell the members. So if you want to get ahead of the markets, make these kind of gains, then go read the site. Okay, Internet Computer. So look, Internet Computer currently has a very high market cap, 1.5 billion. Currently position 38th. So pretty big ranking. Heavily backed as well. So the whole premise behind ICP is they wanted to have a global push on internet functionality and support smart contract development at a massive scale. I've gone through smart contracts before, but effectively smart contracts is just when a set of conditions are triggered. So your basic example would be like, you order a pizza and, the company that you're ordering the pizza from have a 30-minute delivery inside 30 minutes or you get your money back. So you put your money into the contract, they deliver the pizza. If they deliver it in under 30 minutes, the contract is triggered and they get their money. If they deliver it after 30 minutes, you get your money back. That's sort of a basic premise. Now, the advantages of ICP is that it's a very skilled team and the way they've built the smart contracts allows developers to create multiple dApps very easily. They're also almost endlessly scalable and have a hugely high level of security within their blockchain. All of this bodes very well. They've also integrated a number of different things into their focus. One of them is the centralized identity. This is not a thing I like. I think it is open to a lot of corruption. I just fundamentally, it doesn't sit well with me, but I'm not going to get into that. I've done that in a lot of videos. It's backed by the biggest in the industry, from Andreessen Horowitz, Aspect Ventures, Electric Capital Coin Fund, Fembushi Capital, Ledger Prime, Multicoin Capital. These guys don't tend to make mistakes. not that many all in one. We do see mistakes, obviously, but they tend to back projects that end up having success. So the features that are valuable for Internet Computer is that anyone can create software and run it on the internet, and any user can get acquainted with the tech, and any developer can create a DeFi app. Although I would make the argument that that's also true of a lot of blockchains these days. All work processes take place in a decentralized network on special equipment, whereas many other blockchains run on the cloud. That is true. And in Internet Computer is primarily about speed. The ICP cryptocurrency works at web speed. That's a big benefit. Speed is important. There is a big reason that I'm less keen on Internet Computer, however, and that's their history. So, the ICP had a huge launch, rallied insanely well. However, within about 1.5 months, it had lost 95% of its value. That is an insane drop. Insane drop. And a lot of us within crypto speculated that the team and insiders had dumped the token. So I want to take a look at it and see what historically happened, right? The Definity Foundation locked everyone else's token and then dumped 20 million ICP from launch. Assuming an average price of $300 per coin, which it was around that time, that's $6 billion, quite the payday. And you don't have to take this user's word for it. Have a look for yourself. The most recent transaction to exchange of 50,000 was 2 days ago, and 2.5 million 3 days ago was split up into a bunch of 250k wallets. You can see via the link what happened, how it played out. A lot of posts were made with users alleging that they had dumped millions of their tokens once they became tradable. One of the users wrote a detailed analysis presenting extensive research on the team that sold their tokens at launch by linking wallets continuously, sending the tokens to exchanges for liquidations. He also alleged that the team token wasn't properly vested, and a lot of them were sold, tanking the price, whilst everyone else's tokens were locked up. That was due to the vesting. So if you were an early investor, yours was locked up. And you can see the post here where you can see that, there's certain time frames for people that got in early. Massive lockup. Another Redditor also posted alleging that the number is considerably higher and presents an overview of the top ICP accounts. And it can be seen that the Definity ICP accounts reduce their holdings, a feat that should be technically impossible for seed round buyers. However, somehow they managed to get rid. Now, I will point out the Definity Internet team, like Definity Foundation, the Internet Computer team, didn't respond to this or any query about it. But this doesn't sit right with me. Guys, tell me in the comments, does this sit right with you? Is this something that would concern you as an investor? If you can't trust the team behind the investor, let me know in the comments down below. Also, guys, if you're a returning viewer, subscribe to the channel. About 80% it's less now. People have started doing it, but I think we're still about 77% of people that return to the channel are not subscribing. So just subscribe. Save me asking. So this is my premise for why I'm not keen on buying Internet Computer. Trust is a big, big thing. And as you can see from the history of ICP, absolute tanking. Absolute tanking. $428, month and a half in, huge drop. Huge drop. This is, to me, very, very concerning. Look, the tech and the team, the tech looks outstanding, the team look good. But if you can't trust the people investing, or the people that created it, how can you invest in it? Look at what happens when we trust people we shouldn't. Look at Celsius. Look at Voyager. Just two examples recently. You want to go back to 2018, BitConnect. People trusted BitConnect. Obvious Ponzi scheme. But it was paying off because so many people kept joining. Now, I'm not saying internet computers Ponzi scheme, but what I'm saying is the actions of the team are not trustworthy. Will it rally? Probably. Look, across its sort of the last year and a half or so, what we saw was sort of at $80 was a key level that it kept bouncing back from. It hit a few times and just kept bouncing back. So, and now it's really, really low. Can it hit $80? Feasibly it can. It's possible. But that would be as a result of, a couple of things. Either that's when a fully fledged bull cycle, when the markets are flying high, and it just rallies as a result of everything else. If, there's huge adoption of internet computer, which is plausible, right? It's good tech, strong team, massive backers. We'll see some manipulation around internet computer without doubt. They're doing, you can see from the data of internet computer that what they do is very impressive, but I can't trust the team. I just can't. So maybe it hits $80, but I'm never going to trust them. And that's the problem. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you trust these guys? Would you invest in this when you've seen that they dumped about $6 billion onto the market, screwed everyone over? I don't think I could. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification as well so you know when new content is coming out. And guys, if you want to see the coins I own, come check out. Go to copymycrypto.com. Go read the site. Everything on there is verifiable. It's all on my YouTube channel. And if you like it, if you want to make these kind of gains, the 40Xs, the 50, the 60, the 600, then you want to have a look at it. Now, I said this before, I'm not going to do another Udemy course when I find an investment I think is going to be incredible. I'm simply going to tell the members. So if you want to get ahead of everyone else in this market, go read that site. Last bit of news, by the way, guys. Crypto.com. Crypto.com have had a bit of a weird one. So obviously they've had a huge run of marketing. I'm getting rid of this because it's doing my nothing. Right, they've had a huge run of marketing, and their bets seem to be paying off. They bought naming rights to an arena. They sponsor Formula One. They've had huge exhibitions. They've had NBA stars. But tokens had a massive crash, obviously, but that's because we're in a bear cycle. Markets are down. And according to details shared by a former and current employee and current employees at their company, there is some pretty rough stuff happening. So a lack of internal directories prevent the site from confirming the exact numbers of layoffs, but multiple sources independently have stated that just over 2,000 employees have left the company since layoffs began. Now, they reported it was going to be just over 1,000. So 2,000 employees, double the amount that they were saying. Also, marketing personnel were some of the first to be targeted by the layoffs. So the marketers have been sacked. And the new numbers paint an even gloomier picture than recent reports that the firm laid off hundreds of additional employees after publicly announcing 260 earlier in the summer. Obviously, they're a private company and therefore they don't have to disclose their change in headcount. But what we know is that they are laying off at a massive rate. They've also gone with very hardcore marketing strategies. They got Matt Damon in. They bought the naming rights to the Staples Center. But we know that they've also been stepping back from a bunch of advertising deals that they were going to have. You know, they were going to sponsor FIFA's World Cup. They pulled back from that. They've also pulled back from. Oh no, it's the Champions League. They've also pulled back from they pulled out of the Champions League, which obviously is the biggest sport and football event year on year that people watch. They've also had FIFA World Cup. The firm has quietly cut the number of hospitality packages it planned to issue to institutional clients. Now, hospitality packages, yeah, they'll cost, 20 grand, 40 grand, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand. But realistically, that shouldn't be an issue for a company that size. So the fact that they're cancelling some of these would be concerning. Crypto.com spokesperson did say that some of the assertions are factually incorrect. But they've also said they don't have a comment on the Visa cards. Everything to do with our incentives is published for both existing and new customers, because the Visa cards had seen a massive reduction to merchant rebates. So obviously there's issues with the cashback as well. Now, are Crypto.com insolvent? Hell no, probably not. But something to be aware of, because if they're starting to lay off their advertising as well, they will drop down in terms of volume. As a result, the coin will rally a lot less. Interesting one. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Crypto.com. How does their future look? Dum, dum, dum. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.